You still believe that everything labeled "Made in China" is a cheap copy, a low-quality plastic product designed to break in 2 weeks and force you to buy another. You have that outdated image of dark sweatshops assembling knockoffs while Western corporations lead true technological innovation. But the current economic reality is a direct slap to that arrogance. While the West slept, China stopped being the simple factory of the world to become the absolute owner of the board. Chinese brands no longer compete to be the budget option. They compete to crush their Western rivals, silently buying the companies you consider symbols of capitalism. You use their applications every single day to edit your videos. You drive vehicles with their patented batteries. You play your favorite video games powered by their code. And you equip your home with technology that secretly belongs to them. They sold us the illusion that the commercial monopoly was still in Silicon Valley or Europe. But the true financial and technological power has already moved to Shenzhen and Beijing. Today we are going to dismantle that optical illusion and reveal the 9 mega corporations that have colonized your daily life, your wallet, and your entertainment without you even realizing it. Stay until the end, because number 1 controls your country's infrastructure. But before revealing how these corporations have hacked the free market to dominate the entire planet, make sure to hit the like button on this video right now. Subscribe to the channel if you are passionate about discovering the truth behind economic geopolitics and understanding how money really works in the shadows. Your support is fundamental so we can continue investigating these invisible monopolies and bringing you deep analyses that traditional media would never show you for fear of losing advertisers. Turn on the notification bell so your brain doesn't miss our next X-ray of global power. Now let's discover the 9 Chinese brands that already control your life. Number 9. Lenovo. When you think of high-end corporate computers, indestructible machines for heavy-duty work, or portable laptops for executives, you immediately imagine the classic and robust American brand IBM. For decades, the iconic ThinkPad line was the definitive symbol of Wall Street's corporate power, the indispensable tool that every Western professional used to dominate global business. What the vast majority of consumers completely ignore is that the gigantic Chinese firm Lenovo bought IBM's entire personal computer division back in 2005. Overnight, the ultimate pride of American technology came to be heavily controlled directly from Beijing. Today, Lenovo is not simply an alternative computer brand. It is the largest and most powerful personal computer manufacturer on planet Earth, completely crushing giants like HP and Dell. They control absolutely everything, from the massive servers that sustain the networks of major Western companies, to the mobile phones of the legendary Motorola brand, which they also secretly bought years ago. You think you are buying American technology with classic history, but in reality, you are directly financing the advance of the Chinese technological empire that knew how to acquire Western brands right when they were about to go bankrupt beyond repair. Number 8. DJI. If you have ever seen a spectacular aerial shot in a Hollywood movie, in a high-budget television commercial, or on your favorite content creator's channel, you saw DJI. This company didn't invent drones, but it perfected flight stabilization technology and aerial cameras with such an overwhelming brutality that it wiped all its Western competition off the map. American drone companies like GoPro or 3D Robotics actively tried to compete and were financially annihilated in less than 3 years by the extreme efficiency, precision, and unbeatable price of this mega-technological corporation born in Shenzhen. DJI's global dominance is so absurdly massive that they currently control over 70% of the entire worldwide market for civil, commercial, and professional cinematic-grade drones. Not only filmmakers depend on them, police departments all across the United States, European firefighters, and agricultural engineers throughout the American continent use Chinese drones daily to operate. The US government attempted to aggressively sanction them and ban their official use out of fear of covert cyber espionage. But they failed miserably because, quite simply, there is absolutely no Western alternative that can match their highly advanced flight engineering. Number 7. BYD. When you talk about electric vehicles, automotive innovation, and the future of sustainable transportation, the first name that always comes to your mind is Tesla, led by Elon Musk. The West continues to believe that Tesla is the undisputed king of the electric highway. But while they manufactured unattainable luxury cars, in China, BYD built a massive empire from the dark shadows. They didn't start by making flashy sports cars. They began by creating the rechargeable batteries that your own mobile phone has been using for years, perfecting lithium chemistry before making the master leap into vehicles. Today, BYD has not only surpassed Tesla as the largest electric vehicle manufacturer worldwide, but it produces absolutely all of its internal components independently, eliminating any possible competition. Their electric cars are already brutally invading the markets of Europe, Latin America, and Asia, offering superior technology, impressive designs that truly rival classic-tuned sports models, and prices that completely destroy traditional brands. Even the public transportation buses that silently roam the streets of major world capitals today are manufactured by BYD. The true global automotive revolution does not have an American accent. It speaks fluently in Mandarin. Number 6. Shine. The undisputed empire of fast fashion that has completely destroyed the traditional business models of gigantic brands like Zara, H&M, and Forever 21 on a global scale. This brand does not own a single official large-scale physical store, but its application is the most downloaded in the Apple and Android stores, routinely surpassing Amazon on multiple occasions. They utilize a highly aggressive artificial intelligence algorithm that tracks absolutely all social media trends in real time to design, manufacture, and sell completely new clothing in a matter of just 3 days. They have created a logistics system so monstrously efficient that they manage to ship millions of individual packages directly from their massive factories in Guangzhou straight to the doors of teenagers in the United States and Europe. Western fashion brands take months to design a collection and ship it to their physical retail stores. By the time they manage to do so, Shine has already sold millions of exact copies at a mere fraction of the price. They are actively colonizing the closets of the entire global Gen Z, controlling the mass youth consumption market with surgical precision that traditional fashion companies simply cannot comprehend, let alone replicate commercially. Number 5. Hire. If you go to your kitchen right now and check the label on your refrigerator, your washing machine, or your air conditioner, it's highly likely you believe you own an American or European appliance. Legendary brands with generational trust like General Electric appliances in the United States, or the iconic Italian brand Candy, have been fundamental pillars in the homes of millions of families for almost a century. What the badge on your refrigerator doesn't tell you is that Haier, an industrial titan born in Qingdao, bought General Electric's entire appliance division for billions of dollars. They aggressively bought the name, the history, and the deep loyalty of Western consumers to completely disguise their absolute dominance of the global white goods market without raising any nationalist suspicion. They have been the #1 brand in global sales of major home appliances for over 13 consecutive years, silently crushing competitors like Whirlpool and Electrolux through aggressive acquisitions and relentless manufacturing. They are currently inside your house, constantly preserving your daily food and washing your clothes every week, astutely operating under traditional brand names that make you feel entirely safe, while they silently monopolize the entire domestic industry. Number 4. BBK Electronics. It's highly probable that you have never heard the name of this mega corporation in your entire life, and that is exactly their brilliant and ruthless master plan for global domination. If I ask you who sells the most smartphones in the world, you will immediately answer Apple or Samsung, completely ignoring that there is an invisible giant that produces phones for the Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus, and Realme brands. BBK Electronics deliberately does not use its own name to sell. It creates multiple seemingly rival brands to flood the market and create an optical illusion of fierce competition on tech shelves globally. If you add up the massive global sales of Oppo, Vivo, and OnePlus, this phantom Chinese corporation routinely surpasses Apple itself in sales volume and aggressively competes neck and neck for Samsung's throne. While the West heatedly fights over the social status of the latest iPhone model, BBK completely conquered the gigantic and highly lucrative markets of India, Southeast Asia, and a large part of the European continent. They entirely dominate ultra-fast charging technology and highly advanced mobile cameras, explicitly proving that you don't need a famous American logo to financially control the telecommunications of more than half the current global population. Number 3. ByteDance. The company that successfully achieved what seemed absolutely impossible, completely dethroning the monopoly of human attention that massive giants like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube had heavily built over entire decades. With the creation of TikTok, this Chinese company didn't just launch a simple dancing social network. It unleashed the most addictive, aggressive, and perfect recommendation algorithm ever created in software history. This algorithm deeply understands your fears, your dark desires, and your profound interests in a matter of minutes, keeping you glued to the screen with a neurological efficiency that Western networks still desperately try to copy without any success. But their massive empire isn't just strictly limited to retaining endless viewers. They also completely control the factory where today's internet videos are built, thanks to their incredibly powerful professional editing tool, CapCut. If you are a content creator, a video editor assembling complex visual workflows, or simply upload material to networks, you are obligatorily using ByteDance's artificial intelligence technology on a daily basis. Number 2. Tencent. The true shadow titan of the global digital entertainment industry. A corporation so massively wealthy that it makes legendary Hollywood studios look like simple neighborhood mom-and-pop shops. If you play or closely follow the competitive history of massive titles like Overwatch, you understand the extreme power of the industry. But Tencent silently controls the absolute foundations of almost all massive games on our planet. They own 100% of Riot Games, the creators of League of Legends. They have a massive stake in Epic Games, the owners of Fortnite, and even hold critical shares within Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft. It doesn't matter if you play on your high-end desktop computer, on your favorite living room console, or on the screen of your mobile phone. It is statistically almost impossible to play without generating direct money for Tencent. They are the absolute owners of the WeChat application, a platform that in China functions simultaneously as WhatsApp, Facebook, digital bank, and government ID document, all seamlessly integrated into a single omnipresent software. The West naively believes that the battle for the metaverse and interactive entertainment will be won by Mark Zuckerberg or Microsoft, but Tencent has already purchased the digital bricks with which the future of the global internet is being built. Number 1. Huawei, the technological giant that terrified the United States government so much that it unleashed the most aggressive commercial and technological war of the modern era to try and stop its imminent global advance. For years, we naively believed that Huawei only manufactured excellent quality cell phones featuring highly advanced cameras developed by Leica. But their true power was never in the pocket devices they massively sold to consumers. Huawei is the absolute and undisputed global leader in building 5G telecommunications infrastructure, the deeply invisible cables and massive antennas through which all the critical information of the entire planet seamlessly travels daily. The United States ruthlessly blocked and heavily sanctioned them because they suddenly realized that a Chinese company was about to install and completely control the central nervous system of the internet in all Western countries. Despite extreme economic embargoes, the severe prohibition of using Android, and intense diplomatic pressures, Huawei survived, developed its own highly advanced operating system, and just launched revolutionary processors manufactured entirely within Chinese territory. They explicitly demonstrated that they no longer need Silicon Valley's technology to heavily dominate the world. They themselves are building the global technological matrix of the future, and no Western political sanction has managed to stop their definitive expansion. 9 megacorporations that have completely hacked the global capitalist system, silently infiltrating your home, your work devices, your video games, and your daily transportation without you ever reading the fine print. The next time you hear someone foolishly mock technology manufactured in Asia, you will know that person lives in a bubble of ignorance, actively using applications, advanced editing tools, and networks completely controlled from China. If this video profoundly opened your eyes to the true global economic war, hit the like button hard, subscribe to the channel, and intensely share this critical information with someone still living in the past. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to continue discovering the uncomfortable truths that dominate our daily reality.